finding Ottawa a lovely city, and I am from Brooklyn. I live there now, but my father was born in Winnipeg, so I feel I'm half Canadian in origin. So I had completed a draft of this early last year, my novel, and then a few months later, the real-life controversy around the proposal to build an Islamic community center near Ground Zero erupted. I'm sure most of you followed that in the news, but as you may recall, there was a Muslim developer and cleric asserting that they had every right to go ahead with this project, and you had family members and activists insisting that it was either insensitive or dangerous, and a lot of screaming and events reverberating out from that, and the irony was not lost on me that I was a former reporter now being chased by reality, essentially, or competing with it and trying to write my novel. And yet, in a way, that very loud, angry fight only affirmed for me why we read novels and even why we write them. These public dramas sometimes can be comedies, and the novel can be a vehicle for satire, and the submission in some ways is. But more than that, I think fiction takes us where the news can't, which is deeper inside to quieter, more intimate places, which in some strange way are also the loudest places because it's deep inside where we're really arguing with ourselves. We tend to present very coherent, certain selves or images to the world, but inside there's usually a lot of tumult, and that's what I was interested in. There's doubt and ambivalence, which I think is often our only real common ground, even if we won't admit to it. I think it's here in these private moments that our history gets written, and that's what the novel can do. So I'm just going to read a very short passage about Muhammad Khan, who goes by Mo, as this controversy is at his height, kind of how he's found himself presented in the public eye. Muhammad Khan, who was written and talked about as if that were another man altogether. It often was. Facts were not found, but made, and once made alive, to find anyone to tell them from truth. Strangers analyzed, judged, and invented him. He read that he was Pakistani, Saudi, and Qatari, that he was not an American citizen, that he had donated to organizations backing terrorism, that he had dated half the female architects in New York, that as a Muslim he didn't date at all, that his father ran a shady Islamic charity, that his brother, how badly Mo, an only child, had wanted a brother growing up, had started a radical Muslim Students Association at his university. He was called, besides decadent, abstinent, deviant, violent, insolent, abhorrent, aberrant, and typical. Neutering his unhappiness allowed him to read, with the floating interest he would feel toward a dental drill penetrating a numb molar. The green ribbons were sprouting like seedlings from the lapels of those who supported his right to design the memorial. And that in response, a member of Save America from Islam had created an anti-garden sticker, a green foursquare gouged by a red slash, which began appearing on car bumpers and hard hats and t-shirts. That both sides had begun wearing American flag pins to prove their patriotism, and that arguments were breaking out on subways and in the streets between the beribboned and the stickered, with at least one clash turning violent, leaving a stickered man with a bruised shin, although it turned out that a dispute over a parking space had also factored in. By training his face not to show feeling, Mo could receive the attentions of strangers on the street who stopped him to tell him to withdraw from the competition, not to withdraw, or most often, only that they recognized him, as if he were some B-movie actor they couldn't quite place. Thank you.